Now, the Gaza ceasefire has taken effect. Israeli cabinet ratified a ceasefire plan to bring home the last surviving hostages and end the war. President Trump claimed that there would be an everlasting peace in Gaza and announced that he will be heading to visit West Asia soon. His most cabinet ministers voted in favor of the deal, including one minister of the far-right religious Zionism party led by Bezalel Smotrich. However, other members of the party voted against the deal. Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir's party also opposed the deal. While the release of the hostages in exchange for Palestinian security prisoners and a partial IDF withdrawal is the first phase of Trump's 20-point Gaza peace plan. As per the deal, the IDF will now withdraw to new lines inside the Gaza Strip, retaining a deployment controlling of almost half of the territory, after which the 72-hour window for Hamas to release all the hostages will commence. As per reports, 200 American troops will help oversee the deal. They will be part of a force that includes partner nations, although no American soldier is expected to be deployed to Gaza. President Trump said on Thursday that disarmament would be part of the second phase of a Gaza deal, with Israel insisting that Hamas must give up its weapons.
I can't talk about that because you sort of know what phase 2 is, but there will be disarming, there will be pullbacks, there will be a lot of things that are happening. You know, I gave you a whole list of 22 different things that will take place.
Well, Trump said that he would travel on Sunday to attend the formal signing of the deal in Egypt. The deal was thrashed out in indirect closed-door talks in the Red Sea resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh. He is now expected to visit Israel to celebrate what he called a day of joy with the release of the hostages on either Monday or Tuesday. Trump confirmed that he had been invited to speak at the Israel's Knesset. Earlier, U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner traveled to Israel, where they met both Netanyahu and Israeli President Isaac Herzog. The pair later participated in the government meeting held to approve the plan.
Momentous development in the last 2 years. We fought during these 2 years to achieve our war aims. And a central one of these war aims is to return the hostages, all of the hostages, the living and the dead. And we're about to achieve that goal. We couldn't have achieved it without the extraordinary help of President Trump and his team, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
Well, earlier, senior Hamas leader and lead negotiator Khalil al-Hayya said that the group has received guarantees from the United States, Arab mediators and Turkey that the war in Gaza has permanently ended.
We have received guarantees from the mediators and the U.S. administration, assuring us that the war has ended completely. We will continue to work with national and Islamic forces to complete the remaining steps, working to achieve the interests of our Palestinian people, enabling them to determine their own destiny and fulfill their rights. This will continue until the establishment of an independent state with Jerusalem as its capital.
However, Hamas says it has not agreed to the plan's call to disarm and a proposed transitional authority for Gaza led by Trump himself. Senior Hamas official Osama Hamdan claimed that all the factions, including the Palestinian Authority, reject this. Meanwhile, the United Nations has said that it has a detailed 60-day plan to rush into Gaza. And the chief of the UN Humanitarian chief has said that 170,000 metric tons of aid is ready to go into Gaza. And for more on this, we were earlier joined by Peter Kusnik from Tokyo. He's a professor of history and director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. And this is what he had to say. Listen in.
We have to be cautious, but it is at least a positive first step in the right direction. But as you're suggesting, the difficult issues still need to be worked out. What they've agreed on is the easy part, although even this has been difficult to achieve. But compared to dealing with the issues of disarming Hamas, of who's going to run the government in the future, of rebuilding Gaza, of feeding the children and the other starving people there, the big questions are still ahead of us. So we shouldn't start celebrating in the streets. We should be happy that there's at least a first step but the rest we have to be cautious because there are very, very difficult issues to be resolved that have not begun to be addressed yet.